French judges have called off a two-decade-long probe into the deadly attack on the former Rwandan president's plane, which ultimately led to the genocide in 1994. The investigation was a stumbling block between the two countries. It was looking into several Rwandan officials close to the current president in connection with the death of the country's former leader. The decision comes after reports that France also rejected a bid by human rights groups to reopen a separate probe into whether the French military shared any of the blame for the deaths of hundreds of people they had promised to rescue.
Today, we are being asked to live with the people who killed our families. We are told they're sorry, they won't do it again. Some people believe that. I'm not one of them.
The fighting was triggered by the downing of a plane carrying the French-backed president in 1994. Hutu extremists blamed the rebels, and the rebels denied involvement. For the past 20 years, Paris has pursued those responsible for the assassination, but not anymore. The inquiry has reportedly been dropped over insufficient evidence.
We have to interpret this decision by French judges as a form of resignation faced with a political context, which prosecutors did not know how to fight.
Over the years, France suggested the Tutsi rebels, headed by the current president Paul Kagame, were behind the attack. They even charged 7 people close to the leader.
For Paul Kagame, the physical elimination of Rwanda's then president was seen as the only means to achieve his political ends, a total victory, and this at the price of the massacre of the Tutsis from the so-called interior.
The Rwandan government flatly denied the allegations and cut diplomatic ties with France. Fast forward, and Rwanda has some nice words for the French.
I think President Macron has brought some freshness in the politics. If it was 2 years ago, we would be dealing with different people. Now we are dealing with President Macron, I think, who has an open mind to things.
How times have changed. The World Bank considers Rwanda to be more business-friendly than much of the developed world. And France seems to have an interest. Macron even backed Rwanda's pick for the head of Francophonie, a group of French-speaking countries.
If there were to be an African candidate to head the Francophonie, that would make a lot of sense. I think that the Rwandan foreign minister has all the expertise for that role.
Sure, France and Rwanda have had their differences. And 25 years since the genocide, justice has never been fully served. But for the present, it looks like that doesn't have to stand in the way of a little money-making. Donald Corder, RT.